Hi, I'm Todd99, and this is Todd's and Todd. Now, there will not be a Todd of the Week this week, but I will make up for it, and I'll have 2 Todd of the Weeks in the next podcast. And so just be on the lookout for that one. Now, let's get into that. An NFL playoff leaders so far. This is only wild card games so far. Offensive leaders for passing yards: Russell Wilson with 325, Josh Allen with 264, Deshaun Watson with 247, Kirk Cousins with 242, Tom Brady with 209, Drew Brees with 208, Josh McCown 174, Ryan Tannehill 72, Taysom Hill 50, and John Brown 16. Rushing yards: Derrick Henry 182, Dalvin Cook 94, Josh Allen 92, Miles Sanders 69, Sony Michael 61, Devin Singletary 58, Deshaun Watson 55, Taysom Hill 50, Carlos Hyde 48, Russell Wilson 45. Receiving yards: you have DK Metcalf 160, Adam Thielen 129, DeAndre Hopkins 90, Devin Singletary 76, Dallas Goedert 73, Michael Thomas 70, James White and Tyler Lockett with 62, David Moore with 57, and Jerry Cook with 54. Now, Josh Allen played his guts out. Played amazing, having the 3rd most rushing yards and the 2nd most passing yards. He played amazing, but he kind of made a mistake towards the end, trying to do the lateral. Could have cost them the game. Luckily for him, it didn't, but they would go on to lose and be eliminated. But he played out of his mind. I feel bad that he lost, but I did want Deshaun to move on. So, it's just my thoughts on Josh Allen. Defensive leaders: we have Matt Milano with total tackles 12, Jimmy Edmonds 12, Harrison Smith 11, Bradley McDougald 11, Brendan McKinney 10, Marcus Williams 10, Reenan Evans 10, Malcolm Jenkins, Dante Hightower, and Kevin Johnson all with 9. And then in sacks: Jerry Hughes 3, Trent Murphy 2, Quinton Jefferson 2, Everson Griffin 1.5, Daniel Hunter 1.5, and then Malcolm Jenkins, Cameron Jordan, KJ Wright, JJ Watt, and Whitney Merciless all had 1. And then in interceptions, you have John Herman with 1, Logan Ryan with 1, Anthony Harris with 1, and then everyone else had 0. And then special team leaders: kicking points: Steven Hauschka with 13, Jake Elliott with 9, Dan Bailey with 8, Will Lutz also with 8, Camille Fairbairn with 6, Jason Myers with 5, Greg Joseph with 2. The rest all had 0. So those are the stat leaders as of the first round of wildcard round of playoffs. Now, this weekend, later today, is Minnesota Vikings at San Francisco 49ers and Tennessee Titans at Baltimore Ravens. I think the 49ers and Baltimore Ravens are going to win. I think they're both going to be kind of blowout games. Now, I want Minnesota to win because I'm rooting for the Seahawks, because I'm normally a Bears fan, but I do live in Seattle, so for the playoffs, I'm a Seahawks fan, so I do want them to win. And so that makes me want the Vikings to win, so they have the home game, but 49ers are probably going to win. I want Baltimore to win. Then Sunday, January 12th, is the Houston Texans at Kansas City Chiefs, and I think that the Houston Texans are going to pull the upset and beat Kansas City. Then Seahawks at Green Bay. I think the Seahawks are going to win on a very close game in that game. So with what I say, it would be Baltimore Ravens versus the Houston Texans. And then the Seahawks versus the Vikings is what I want, but 49ers is what it would be. And then I think the Seahawks are going to beat either whoever it is, Vikings or 49ers. I think the Seahawks are going to win that game. And the Ravens and the Texans are going to have a really great game. And it's going to go into overtime, I feel like. But Lamar Jackson will be a little too much for Houston to handle. And Baltimore will get the narrow, very narrow win in overtime. And then I feel like the Ravens are going to beat the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. That is my personal opinions for the rest of the playoffs. Let me know what you guys think. That is just what I personally think is going to happen. So now we are going to look into some NBA. And I'm going to start with the NBA standings. In the Eastern Conference, we have the Bucks 34-6, Heat 27-11, Celtics 25-11, Raptors 25-13, 76ers 25-14, Pacers 24-15, Magic 18-21, and Nets 17-20 round up the playoffs. And then the teams who would be in the lottery would be Hornets, Pistons, Wizards, Bulls, Cavaliers, Knicks, and then the Hawks, who are not playing very great. In the West, you have Lakers 31-7, Nuggets 26-11, Clippers 27-12, Jazz 26-12, Rockets 25-12, Mavericks 23-15, Thunder 22-16, Grizzlies 17-20. Rounding up playoffs teams in the lottery will go Spurs, Trailblazers, Timberwolves, Suns, Kings, Pelicans, and then the Warriors. I feel like the Thunder are the most surprising team this season. They've been playing really solid lately. Chris Paul is playing really well, which is always great to see. I'm not the hugest Chris Paul fan, but he's playing really good. And I'm excited to see what he can do. And so now let's look at All-Star voting for the NBA, as the All-Star game is coming up. Now in the West on the front court, we have LeBron James, then Anthony Davis, then Kawhi Leonard, then Paul George, then Nikola Jokic, then Karl Anthony Towns, then Kristaps Porzingis, then Carmelo Anthony, then Brandon Ingram, and then Dwight Howard. Now in the Western Conference guards, we have Luka Doncic, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Steph Curry. Don't think he's going to play in the All-Star game. I don't think he will be fully healthy by then, but we'll see. Then Russell Westbrook, and then Alex Caruso. I'll get to my thoughts on all of that in a moment. Then Donovan Mitchell, then Devin Booker, then D'Angelo Russell, and Ja Morant. Now the Eastern Conference front court has Giannis Antetokounmpo, Joel Embiid, Pascal Siakam, Jimmy Butler, Jason Tatum, Taco Fall, get to him too, Bam Adebayo, Gordon Hayward, Domantas Sabonis, and Andre Drummond. The East guards include Trae Young, Kyrie Irving, Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, Zach LaVine, Kyle Lowry, Jaylen Brown, Ben Simmons, and Bradley Beal. Oh, and then Fred VanVleet. So I think I get it. I like the memes of Taco Fall and Alex Caruso too. But this is just disrespectful to Devin Booker, D'Angelo Russell, and even Ja Morant. Like, all of those players deserve to make the All-Star game. Yeah, Caruso and Fall are good role players, but they do not belong in the All-Star game. Stop voting for them. It's not funny at this point. Like, you're taking players who actually deserve it, you're taking their chances away from them when they deserve it so much more than Caruso does. And Title Fall, I mean, there's no point. Like, he's barely even played. Bam Adebayo, he's playing his mind out. No one's talking about him. He's playing amazing, and he should be ahead of Tato, making the All-Star game instead of Tato. It's just, I disagree with how the NBA does it. It's just a popularity contest, which is dumb. They should actually put the players who deserve to be in the All-Star game in the All-Star game. And then I also think that the NBA should ask Vince Carter to be in the dunk contest this year, as it's most likely his last season, and he's played in 4 decades now. That is insane, and he totally deserves to be in the dunk contest, and I feel like all the fans would love to see that. Again, I'm running a poll for a new logo on my Instagram. Make sure to go vote. It's on the Cards and Talk Instagram. Thanks for listening, and bye.